Hello everyone. Why did you do that? Why did you do that? Just like waved in front of my face like... Are you making like a face? Are you making a face under that mask? Are you sure? I don't think you're sure. So you're sure that you're not sure. And that means you're not sure. Okay, so today we'll be reviewing the original Spider-Man. Our reason? Because there's like a new Spider-Man movie coming out.
It doesn't cry too much.
Yes, both Spider-Men cry a lot.
No. What's his name?
Andrew Garfield?
No, the one before that.
Tobey Maguire?
No, the one that we were watching.
Tobey Maguire!
No, that's not. Oh yeah, Tobey Maguire. I felt like you said something else earlier. I told you.
Stupid.
It's called Special. It's called Special.
I feel like we're gonna offend somebody by saying it.
Too bad. They need to grow some balls. Okay. Anyways, the review on the first Spider-Man
From 2001.
2001. First off,
2002. Right.
2001, 2002, same thing.
2000.
First off, he cries too much.
Wait, we didn't even get into the plot summary.
Oh, we don't need.
We need to get into a plot summary.
Okay, fine, do your way.
Okay, plot summary. Okay, so the movie starts off with a narration by our main character, Peter Parker, played by Tobey Maguire. It is there where he basically tells us, yo, homie, this is my life, bro.
You're an idiot.
Yeah, this is like my life and all. So yeah, I'm Spider-Man.
Maybe in your dreams.
And then his first scene, he's talking over himself, running towards the bus. He's like chasing the bus.
You totally skipped the part.
What part?
You can't just skip.
No, that's
that
the first scene of the movie. You know, he's running after the bus and he's like, hey, stop the bus. Stop the bus.
No, because he already got the bit by the spider.
No, that was before. You know, that was the first scene.
You done that the first time? And
Yeah.
then the second time, too?
Yes.
Okay.
You know, when he was stalking Mary Jane.
Oh, yeah!
That was the But yeah.
He stalked Mary Jane throughout the movie.
Yes. Yes, kind of like the new Spider-Man.
Remember when you watched her outside the theater? That was just creepy.
Yeah. It's creepy. But we'll get to that when we get to that.
Yeah.
So yeah. He's running after the bus, and this line captures it all for me. What are you doing?
Oh, no.
Okay, so to everyone watching, including you right here, this has to conceal Peter's creeper line. Mary Jane, the woman I loved even before I liked girls. Doesn't that sound strange? That's a line in the movie. What are you doing? What are you doing? Yeah, that was a line in the movie. And that's just a very strange line. You know, to introduce Mary Jane. But hey, did you know that actually Mary Jane is that the actress who plays Mary Jane is actually a natural blonde?
Is she really?
Yeah, she's a blonde that plays a redhead. They made the same mistake with Gwen Stacy. For the actress who plays Gwen Stacy in the Amazing Spider-Man movies, she's actually redheaded.
That I already knew.
And she's really redheaded, and then they got her to play a blonde, and they got a blonde to play a redhead in the original Spider-Man.
For shame. For shame.
Shame. Shame on...
Put that finger away.
Wait, the pointer finger. Just like the shame finger. I'll just stop pretending to put up the middle finger. Anyway. So yeah. And isn't the bus driver like just getting too much enjoyment out of every single one of these out of just like every single moment that Peter is in pain?
When he's in pain, it's funny.
How is it funny for a nerd to get in pain?
What?
You psycho.
Because no, just like his reaction, he just like lays there and goes, "Hey, Charlie."
I think you're thinking of a completely different thing.
No, I'm just, never mind. I'm just making fun of the moment.
Yeah, let's just roll with it. So apparently the bus does not take them to school, but it immediately just takes them all the way to the Science Museum, I think.
I gotta brush my teeth. No, get your nasty dust fingers away from me.
So yeah, for some reason the bus just immediately takes them to the Science Museum instead of to school first. Doesn't that seem weird?
I can't breathe.
And you think they would go to school first before they go to the whole Science Museum?
Wait, doesn't this open up outside of that? Yeah. No. Okay, I'm better.
Okay. So Peter is where he then asks for Mary Jane's permission this time, instead of in future movies just randomly taking pictures of her. This time he asks permission. Seriously, remember that in The Amazing Spider-Man? It was like, he just randomly takes a picture of Gwen Stacy instead of asking permission.
Well, he's a photographer.
She doesn't know that. Most people would like permission for their photos.
I don't care.
Weirdo.
And actually, no, have you heard this thing called the paparazzi?
But he's not a member of a paparazzi. She's just like a high school girl.
And doesn't mean things.
She's a high school student.
And Taylor Swift was too. When she was famous, she was in high school.
You're just putting images in my head that's very strange. Very strange images.
How?
I don't know. But it's very creepy. It makes paparazzi just look like a bunch of perverts.
The paparazzi.
That's not even through. Anyway, so yeah, he takes a couple pictures of her, and then the spider bites his finger.
This is a horrible review.
How's this horrible?
This makes no sense. I bet anybody who watches this, what are these two dumb butts doing?
Maybe.
Oh well, that's my job, being a dummy.
Only time will tell, really.
Yeah. You gotta tag me in this.
What?
I was like, never mind, I don't think you can do that on YouTube. Wait, no. Yeah. No. I don't know. We'll look later. Okay, anyways.
Yeah.
What was the name? Toby?
Tobey Maguire.
Tobey Maguire, yeah. Okay. First off, Peter. I almost called him Peter Pan.
Peter Pan. That is an entirely different review later, whether it's food or movie.
Okay.
Then again, I'd totally be into reviewing peanut butter. That'll be my nighttime job. Like, this isn't already my nighttime job. Just reviewing peanut butter. That's gonna be an April Fool's gag next year, ain't it? Yes, it will be.
I'm gonna make a cameo in every single one of your YouTubes. On Bobby did your last upload. That was funny.
Yes, he did.
What are you doing in the closet?
Can we just continue on with the review?
Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay, so yeah. So So Peter goes home, and no, I'm not going to mention any of the Green Goblin stuff yet. Maybe. I'm not going to mention the Green Goblin stuff because, you know. Then again, you know, it's a bit cliche for the Green Goblin.
Are those veins or... Oh, yeah, this is a skull. Never mind.
The skull.
Yeah.
Skull.
Get your hand off my face. That is not friendly. That is very disrespectful.
How is it disrespectful for a person to put their hands on another person's skull?
That is incredibly... Just like... That's disrespectful. God.
So yeah, Peter goes home, and after, you know, a good night on the town, right? He goes home after a night on the town, right?
Yeah.
A drunk junk after watching an episode about drunks today. You know, that episode of The Flash.
I can't wait to start watching The Flash again. That's freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Barry is just amazing. Barry. I swear.
I think Wally West is better, but
it
still.
sucks though that he can never get drunk. I don't know. He did that. Then he's got a buzz for like 5 seconds. And he's like, oh, I got it. Oh, and it's gone.
And it's gone.
That's funny.
We're getting off track here. We're talking about The Flash and not Spiderman.
I have the Flash socks.
Ben Parker would be ashamed.
I don't care. Ben Parker can kiss my butt. Talk.
Speaking of butts, that's basically what's talked about when we first see Ben Parker.
Oh yeah. no,
I think they say it like 3 times for like a minute.
We watched the movie last night. We were making so many jokes about it.
Yeah.
Oh, it was hilarious.
Yeah. Especially where that web really comes from. I mean, seriously, where do you get that web? That's for another video in the future.
That's for dissecting spiders and slowly just Peter going, oh, let me get your web, spider. And just slowly pulling the web out of the spider. That's his sick, twisted ways.
Kind of like how when Peter wakes up from the night on the town with abs, because I guess if lightning can give a dude abs, then I guess spiders can too.
He doesn't got abs.
He did get abs after he was bitten by the spider. You know, he woke up, he saw himself in the mirror, and he had abs.
Doesn't mean he didn't have them before.
We saw him without his shirt before.
Why are you being a pedophile?
How is that being a pedophile?
Your son is without his shirt before and
it was
after.
a scene in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just before he had his night on the town.
Sure. That's what they all say.
Yeah.
Don't be a sex offender. Don't have that recorded. You won't be able to go near playgrounds or children.
So yeah, and also, speaking of sex offenders, Peter looks out his window and sees Mary Jane getting dressed.
Yeah, that was just creepy.
Yes. And then he goes down the stairs and follows her to where she's going to school.
Yeah, that's just... He needs to get a restraining order.
Dear Hollywood, do not make teenagers perverts or creepers. Don't.
No, it's actually kind of funny. What? Because it's like a movie, so it's funny.
Yeah, if it's like a parody movie.
No.
But I'm supposed to take this dude seriously as a hero when I still have in the back of my mind that he's a pervert who looks at people out their window.
He's only perverted towards Mary Jane. Or...
Oh wait, so you could say he's addicted to Mary Jane?
He's addicted to Mary Jane.
In more ways than one.
I know I am.
Yeah, don't bring up your Sunday habits.
It's not Sunday habits, thank you very kindly.
What then, Tuesday?
No.
Wednesday?
Nope.
Thursday?
Getting closer.
Oh, Friday.
Yep.
Okay.
Friday and Saturday. Those are my work days. I got a tough job. Pays good though. I love bananas.
You know, I really need to record that in the future, just you deep-throating that banana.
I have one on my tablet. I can just give it to you.
Yes, I'll find a banana. Okay, I will do that. In the morning, tomorrow, January 13th, I will be recording the video of her deep-throating banana.
Are there any bananas on, did they get any more bananas?
I think.
I didn't see any.
But yeah, we're getting way off track here.
It's your fault. You bring up my job.
Anyway,
I
so yeah,
my
Peter.
hand.
So yeah, Peter witnesses his strength after he witnesses his sticky hand by pulling off a little poster thing off the side of a bus.
He works with his sticky hands, really?
What? He figures out that he has sticky hands.
Sticky hands for what?
I don't know, climbing walls or, getting your hand... Wait, what if he got his hand stuck on a light bulb?
That would be hilarious.
Oh, wait a minute. I know the one thing that could kill Spiderman now.
What?
Raid.
Yes,
that is Spider-Man's one weakness, raid.
Oh, you can raid.
Yes, that's all the Green Goblin needs now to defeat Spider-Man, just a good can of raid.
Unless it's Andrew Garfield, then, you'll have to go through me.
Yeah, you'll need a bug zapper.
Yeah.
You'll need a bug zapper instead. So yeah, when Peter discovers his strength, he accidentally beats up the school bully, Flash Thompson.
You should play Ice Baby. I don't know.
I can probably do that while doing some subscriber special.
Okay.
When I get enough subscribers, I will do that. I will awkwardly dance to a Vanilla Ice song.
I can, you're gonna twerk, Wyatt.
No, I will not.
Okay, I will.
No, I'm not, no. Hey.
Ice baby.
Ice baby. Dum, 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 dum. Oh god, now I'm just having an image of Spider-Man awkwardly dancing to that.
I gotta show you a video.
There's a video out there, isn't there, of Spider-Man doing that.
No, it's like these two gay Spider-Mans. It's like, I would have shared on, no, it's in a Vaughn.
Okay, we're getting off track here. We're getting way off track. So yeah, he accidentally beats up school bully Flash Thompson, and then he discovers that he can shoot webs. But it's very hilarious though when he does. He does all these hand gestures, he does almost all of those, trying to just web. And then when he does this rock and roll sign, he then does this, and then next thing you know, he shoots webs. And then we see a shameless product placement that he smacks into.
Oh, yeah, that was funny.
Tally-ho. But yeah, speaking of product placement, the Times Square scene in the movie is filled to the brim with product placements everywhere. What do you take? Don't dabble.
I didn't know what time it was. 10:14. Hurry up, I'm tired.
There's a clock.
I gotta get up at 5 in the morning. Okay.
There's a clock all the way over there.
Where?
In the top right corner of the screen up there.
I didn't know. Shut up. Just continue.
So yeah, after that, he goes home and then he talks with MJ and then, about her little abusive family next door. And then he wants to impress her by buying a car. And so he finds this wrestling ad to win $3,000.
And he only gets 100.
We'll get to that when we get to that.
It's close.
So then Peter makes a costume, and this is a bit ironic that he knows that spiders can blend in with their environment, and then he made a costume that does the exact opposite.
It's bright red with blue pants. And then he had a ninja hat on.
Ninja vanish.
And it's bright red.
Ninja vanish.
And then he has a bright red shirt with a spider on it. And he called himself the human spider.
Yeah, then Bruce Campbell made it up on the spot by saying, "The Amazing Spider-Man!"
And he was just saying that's not amazing, it right, and then, yeah.
Yeah. Bruce Campbell in this movie is awesome, though.
The crowd, the girls was all like, "He's fine."
Yeah, and who do these fangirls belong to? Well, the late, the great, Macho Man Randy Savage.
That was funny when he killed Macho Man in Fallout 4.
Oh yeah, I own a copy of Fallout 4 where I downloaded the Macho Claws mod and then I had a fight with him.
And then John Cena just came out with a rocket.
Cannon. It was a cannon.
Rocket cannon, same thing.
Yeah, but let's get rid of that little memory there for now, and let's go on to him beating the crap out of Tobey Maguire. For the first few moments of the fight. Seriously, he just beat him with a chair. And he would have won if it wasn't for Spider-Man just kicking him over and over again. He kicked him over and over again on the ground.
In the face.
In the face, in the nether regions, in the legs, and in the belly. What are you doing? What was that? What?
Continue.
Anyway, so yeah. Yeah, and at the end of the deal, he only won $100 because he lasted 2 minutes? That makes no sense to me. Right? That makes no sense.
Yeah.
I mean, shouldn't the less time it takes to win a wrestling match, you should win more money out of it?
Oh, I can't breathe.
And for the more time it takes to win the match, you should get less money. He only got $100 for 2 minutes, and he was supposed to last 3 for $3,000.
Imagine this is Spider-Man's mask upside down on the wall. Kiss me, Mary Jane. Just kidding.
But yeah, speaking of that kissing scene, that actually reminded me of a Popeye cartoon.
I forgot all about Popeye.
Yeah. I think I should review that live action movie sometime soon.
I'm about to dip. It's getting too hot in here.
It's getting hot in here.
Take off all your clothes.
Now, for the rest of the review, while we talk about the rest of the story and the good and the bad, I will have this pterodactyl here.
I cannot breathe.
So yeah. So Peter walks out with his $100. Hey, we're not done yet. So yeah, Peter walks out of the wrestling ring with his $100. Where then he sees a mugger who has a bag, and he doesn't stop him even though he could. And also, why did the officer just say, what the heck's the matter with you? You let him go.
The officer says that because Peter just
Well, it's not like the officer saw the wrestling match. And seriously, it's basically saying, how dare you not confront a man with a gun, Peter? Seriously.
I haven't ate on that.
It's like they're saying, just confront people with guns.
Okay,
And then Peter walks outside and sees his uncle lying dead on the ground with a bunch of people around him.
He wasn't exactly dead when he walked out there. He was still
Yes,
alive.
he was dead and alive, but then when he went there...
He was going unconscious to death.
Well, that's a strange way to put it.
Not really.
He's going unconscious to death?
He's zipping in and
He
out.
was bleeding out. Why didn't you just say he was bleeding out?
He was zipping in and out of consciousness, and then he finally just
Died. He just finally died.
Yeah.
And then we see the terrible...
holding Peter's hand.
And then when Peter goes after the mugger, we see the terrible CGI of the movie.
Yeah. It's
It's pretty bad for early 2000s.
Yep.
Early 2000s CGI is all rubbery and it looks like you're playing a PS2 game than you are really watching a Spider-Man movie.
Okay, I'm back, please. So, see if you can answer this riddle if you have not already.
Yes, answer in the comments with
Yeah.
this riddle.
Answer it in the comments down below. It's, what is a box with no corners, no lines, no edges, and no lids, but with golden treasure inside? It's from The Hobbit. Why do you not remember what it is? Don't say it, I'll tell you after.
Okay, I'm gonna guess it later. But yeah. You gotta go? You said you were gonna go.
I don't want to move. Okay, I'll go.
Brilliant exit, by the way. But anyway, after the dumb CGI trick, we then see the brilliantness. What the heck? Did you just throw a Nerf dart up here?
Ah! I got myself in the face.
So yeah, we then see Peter confront the mugger, and he stupidly takes off his mask. I mean, seriously, why does he take off the mask?
I don't know, because he's an idiot.
Yeah, and then he figures out that the mugger is the thief from earlier. And so before the thief can pull the trigger at Peter's head, he then I think breaks his arm, and then when the thief is like backing away,
his wrist.
and then when the thief just backs away, he trips on a pipe and dies.
And falls out of
He falls out of a window and then
dies.
dies.
A window, like, was it a 2-story house?
Yeah, I think it was a 2-story
It might have
warehouse.
been
It was a 2-story warehouse.
I think it was 3-story. It might have been 2-story. I don't know.
Yeah, either way. Tall building, he falls out and dies. And then Peter goes to cry on top of the building, and then reconciles with Aunt May. And that's all you need to know about about Spider-Man's story. Because I really don't want to tell you the rest of it.
It gets boring.
Well, that's basically the stuff that I'm telling, because, I didn't purchase it. I got it from a library. There was like this Spider-Man graphic novel where the story just stops after that. So might as well stop here, right?
Quick question, have you ever been to the dentist?
No.
Really?
Yes.
I got it. You're so lucky. No, wait, not so lucky, because you smell of death.
Well, the kid's born in the world.
I gotta go to the dentist in the morning to get my teeth cleaned. And then I gotta go on Friday to fix my braces or whatever.
Yeah, but anyway, the good in this movie. Let's talk about the good in this movie for now. The casting is actually pretty good with James Franco.
Peter or Tobey Maguire.
Tobey Maguire as Peter Parker when he plays Peter Parker. And also James Franco as Harry is actually also very good. And also Kristen Dunst as Mary Jane is also pretty good despite the character not being that good.
They were pretty good actors. Yeah,
seriously.
Good acting.
Yeah, seriously. We'll get to that later. But also Willem Dafoe, who plays the Green Goblin, is so much fun in this movie. He is hilarious. No matter what the costume looks like, he is hilarious. Seriously. I surrender. Misery, misery, misery. He's a laugh riot, Willem Dafoe. But just say Willem Dafoe, and then just whisper his last name.
I got a joke. Why was the mushroom invited to the party?
Because he was a fun guy. When you say that twice, I tend to get the joke.
I was hoping you'd remember that one finally. I'm surprised you don't remember the Hobbit riddle or whatever. I've said it so many times.
Is it like a gold coin or something?
Idiot. It's supposed to have golden treasure inside.
Okay, don't tell the audience who's supposed to guess it in the comments. Alright?
I'll repeat it at the end of the video.
Yes. Repeat it at the end of the video. I want to keep this under a millennium long.
Try to make it no more than 30, 35 minutes.
Gotcha. So we have to wrap this up in like 5 minutes or so. Go! Okay, so, yeah, the casting is pretty good. I do think the action is actually very awesome. What are you doing? Yeah, the action is amazing. I did like the action sequences. They were very good. Also, I did tend to like some of the drama, but I did want to know a little bit more about some plot elements going on. Now for the bad. Now for the bad. CGI, you already know. I already complained about it. But let's talk about a certain costume choice, known as the Green Goblin. They never get this dude right in cinema. In cinema, they never gotten the Green Goblin costume right.
You should get Photoshop, and you can make edits.
Maybe.
Like it's funny.
Yeah, but, I mean, seriously, he looks like a cut-rate Power Rangers villain. I mean, he has, like, the bright yellow eyes, the mask that you can see his mouth moving in, and the over-the-top green goblin mask. I mean, seriously, I saw some of the concept art for the movie on the original designs of the Green Goblin mask, and it looked awesome. I would have loved it if it was like an animatronic goblin mask. Then we would have been somewhere with a little bit better effects. But speaking of effects, I forgot to mention this, but it is just awesome. The kitchen scene where Tobey Maguire where Peter Parker has like this tray on his hand, and then he catches all of the lunch objects. That was caught on camera and was real. Is real. It is real, right?
What?
No, I already know it's real. Where Peter Parker saves Mary Jane from a puddle of orange juice. Anyway, he catches her tray, and then he catches all of the objects, stacking them on top of it, and it's caught on camera, and it's all real. It actually happened.
Really?
Yeah, but they cheated a little bit by having, like, some adhesive. Oh, there's a cockroach right there behind your head.
Gone now.
But yeah, I think it was like 100 or more takes before they actually got that one scene right.
That feels better.
But they finally got it right. It took like forever though.
Oh, did you know in Twilight Breaking Dawn?
Oh god, I don't want to know. I don't.
Breaking Dawn Part 2 when Bella... No, it's Part 1. When she was pregnant and she fell by the couch and was about to give birth or whatever, they actually used a dummy. Did you know that?
No, I don't think I did want to know that. I lost my entire faith in that franchise because I thought there was a little bit of faith in it, like 1%. That 1% was lost, and it went to negative 1,000 right after this like six-pack werewolf guy just decides to fall for a baby. Try explaining that one to me.
He didn't fall for him.
Like he immediately saw the baby and was like, yeah, totally, I want to be in a long-term relationship with this baby.
Jeez. God. I never thought of it like that. I don't know. I can't.
Yeah, that's
It's called Imprint.
Yeah, but that's when I stopped watching all the Twilight movies. I don't even know why I started. They're terrible.
Yeah, they kind of are. A little bit. But I still like them because, like, freaking... Oh, what's his face? Edward Cullen. I can't remember his real name. Robert Pattinson. Those were the cute days. Now he's just... I don't even know what he is.
Yeah,
And Kristen Stewart's pretty cool.
Yeah, but we have like about a couple seconds before we have to wrap up this review. So,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, altogether, the Spider-Man movie, it was a great start to a 3-movie series. it's a bit corny today, and some of the effects don't really, do well. But still, it's very good. I think you should check out the movie.
I think you should not. You should check out The Amazing Spider-Man.
And we'll get into that sometime in the future.
The Amazing Spider-Man is the bomb. Diggity.
Still, though, check out the first Spider-Man movie. I think it's good to, appreciate the Spider-Man movie. Come on, we're, torn down the middle here. Anyway, just repeat your riddle so that way we can end it.
Okay. What is a box with no edges, no corners, no lids, and no hinges, but with golden treasure inside? Place your answer in the comments below, and I will let you know what it is.
Bye!